One of the most common questions that I get as a shooting coach is, where should I look when I shoot the ball? Should I look at the front, back, middle, or the whole rim? So I'll answer that question today. Before we begin, make sure to leave a comment down below and let me know where you look or where you've been taught to look. This is going to be a two-part video between myself and Scott Schott, who many of you know by the collaborations that we've done together. So if you already don't, make sure that you go subscribe to his channel, and I'll leave it in the description below. To make sure that we're giving you guys the absolute best information, Seamus and I both interviewed, studied, and researched some of the best players in the world, as well as other local players, to find out where they look, why they look there, during their shot, and after the ball is released. Interestingly enough, it was a split. Many players had looked at the back of the rim, many players had looked at the front of the rim, and often players just looked at the rim in general. Speaking with Seamus, we're both people who generally just look at the rim as a whole, not necessarily having a focal point. Although many great shooters do choose to have a focal point, it's just a matter of preference. The reason I look at the middle of the rim, or the whole rim in general, is due to something called room for error. So let me explain. Let's say I aim for the middle of the rim, and I miss it 2 inches to the right, 2 inches to the left, 2 inches long, or 2 inches short. That's still going in. But if I aim for the front rim or the back rim and I'm slightly off on my shot, those are going to be misses. So now that we've gone over where to look when you release the ball, what about where to look after you release the ball? I took a poll on my Instagram, and 78% of you said that you stare at the rim. I myself do the same. But 22% of you said that you actually watch the ball while it's in the air. And interestingly enough, Seamus does this as well. So we decided to look at the top 10 shooters in the league and find out what they do. So here's Seamus and the interesting facts that he took from his research.
Thanks for having me on again, Ryan. I'm a coach who advocates at least trying out looking up at the ball after the release, partly because I do so myself, and partly because many of the best shooters in the NBA do so when they shoot. At the very least, looking up at the ball after the release and following it through the apex and towards the rim, instead of looking at the rim throughout the whole shot, will not hurt your shot. I'm fairly confident in saying that it is likely a matter of personal preference, with little impact on your shot itself. In fact, I did a film analysis of the top 20 NBA three-point shooters last season by three-pointers made, and I found that 10 of them look up at the ball after their release, and 10 of them do not, meaning that they keep their eyes on the rim throughout the entire shot. Players like James Harden, Klay Thompson, and Steph Curry all watch the ball. The 50-50 split in the top 20 NBA three-point shooters, who are the best shooters in the world, should illustrate that, at the very least, you don't have to look at the rim throughout your entire shot to be an effective three-point shooter. Ryan will leave a link to the Google spreadsheet with my analysis in the description box if you're interested in that list. With that, I'm going to hand back over to Ryan for his thoughts on looking up at the ball versus staring at the rim.
Thank you so much, Seamus. We really appreciate your research, and it's definitely going to help a lot of players out to try both. Now, I didn't even realize it was possible for players to look at the ball while it was in the air. I never even considered it until maybe a few months ago, when I had seen some different research and different tweets and different YouTube videos about certain players doing it. Now, I've tried it, and I absolutely hate it. And Seamus, on the other hand, loves it. So, as he said, it's something that's very personal preference. But, as I described earlier, where you lock in and where you look at when shooting the ball is much different than where you look at after you shot the ball, which technically doesn't exactly have any impact on your shot. So I guess either way is perfectly fine, as long as you find something that's comfortable for you and you're able to lock in, stay focused, and make multiple shots in a row. I definitely want to look more into the topic and see how it impacts players who look at the ball when shooting contested versus uncontested, because I believe that you should stay locked into the rim the whole time, no matter who's coming at you. But again, these players are looking at the ball after they've released it. So I guess it's something you can try. I wouldn't personally advocate for it, but I guess you can't go against the research. Regardless of whether you look at the middle of the rim, the back of the rim, the front rim, and then follow the ball or keep your eyes locked into the rim, the most important thing is to keep absolute consistency with every single jump shot, doing the exact same thing every single time. The only thing that will ever change is possibly your release timing, depending on if you shoot it closer or further, and the amount of power that you generate from your legs. Other than that, your shot will look and feel exactly the same every single time, and you'll make sure to look at the exact same spots when you're shooting it and when you're done shooting it. Let me know what you want to see next to help you to improve on your jump shot. I know that another common question is which finger you should release the ball with, but if I don't hear another answer, I might rock with that one. Just let me know. If you want me to check out your shot personally and customize a workout, breakdown, and analysis for you to help you to improve your shot, just hit me up on Instagram. I'll get back to you and I'll let you know the prices and the full details to help you out. I also have some new merchandise dropping in the next week or so, and I can't wait for that to roll out, so be on the lookout. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share it with a friend if you haven't. I really hope that this helps you out. I'll catch you guys in the next video.